If you like my video and you think I'm sexy, come on, sugar, tell me so. If you really need me, just reach out and touch me. Come on, sugar, let me know. Let me know. This is the gospel according to Mark with a C. He is I and I am he. Just taking some time to tell you exactly what's on my mind. Thank you for joining me once again, my friends. I hope all is well with you guys. Don't forget to reach out and touch that like button. Subscribe. Make sure you remain subscribed. And guys, if you feel what I'm doing here at all, drop a comment. And in the pinned comment, you'll find a Cash App link. Since I've been saying that, nobody has hit that joint, but I'm a creature of habit, so I'm just going to keep on saying it until somebody does it. Until morale improves, the beatings will continue. Anyway, guys, I am here as a bringer of bad news, I'm afraid. And what we're going to talk about here is the uncertain future of eyes of Wakanda. Yes, Eyes of Wakanda. And what's being said about Eyes of Wakanda is that it might not be coming back for a second season. I'm sensing a bit of a pattern here. But yes, let's see what's being said about the uncertain future of Eyes of Wakanda. And we have this on the direct.com. Okay. There are other people talking about this, but I'm going to read this off of here. It says here, Black Panther Disney Plus series season 2 now in trouble after studio bankruptcy. Disney Plus's Black Panther spinoff Eyes of Wakanda. My eyes are going to stay that way one day. May not continue into season 2. After all, Disney Plus's Black Panther spinoff looks unlikely to return for season 2 after a new update signaled a huge setback. Huge setback. You've never seen a setback like this before. It's huge. Years after fans were promised a Black Panther TV show, that finally arrived this summer with Eyes of Wakanda, a 4 episode animated anthology series. I gotta stop doing that. Eyes of Wakanda faced a strong critic fan divide. What else is new? With reviewers scoring the Black Panther spinoff at 92% on Rotten Tomatoes, while the audiences were far lower on the Disney Plus series, landing at just 52%. Now, of course, guys, we've been talking about this for a while. I have. What they've done with Black Panther in the name of honoring Chadwick Boseman has done nothing but destroy the franchise. Black Panther, T'Challa. This is a story that people invested in, a story that people really wanted to follow. But for some reason, Ryan Coogler, Nate Moore, Kevin Feige, they just don't want to give the people what they want. And so here we are, seeing what comes from that. Now it goes on to say Disney Plus's Black Panther spinoff, Eyes of Wakanda, may hail from Marvel Animation. But see, here's the problem. Its visuals were actually crafted by the Scotland-based Axis Studios. The Scotland-based Axis Studios. Guys, I bet you thought that Eyes of Wakanda was produced and made by black people, right? You thought that maybe it would have been African based, Africa based or something? No, Scotland based Axis Studios crafted Eyes of Wakanda. While the series renewal chances remain up in the air, season 2 just got less likely after Axis officially shut its doors and filed for bankruptcy. Now, that was last year. They filed for bankruptcy. I saw the article here, right? And they were talking about it here. Emmy-winning animation studio collapses with 160 jobs lost. Okay, so Scotland's leading animation and visual effects studio has collapsed with more than 160 job losses. This is Axis Studios. By the way, guys, you want to see the good people at Axis Studios? There they are. Good looking bunch. I can almost hear them now cheering, Wakanda forever! Somehow I don't think so. Look at them. Look at them. All these people who want to talk about Eyes of Wakanda and Black Panther and Wakanda Forever and Ironheart, all of these things that, by the way, are all executive produced by Ryan Coogler. And the pattern that I'm seeing here, by the way, none of these things. You talk about Ironheart, you're talking about Eyes of Wakanda. Mysteriously, coincidentally, they're not getting second seasons. What's going on? I don't know. You guys tell me, but it ain't looking good, man. The honoring of Chadwick Boseman is a sour deal indeed. As a matter of fact, Marvel Zombies, right? Why Marvel Zombies didn't recast Chadwick Boseman's Black Panther. I think they had, I didn't watch it, guys. I don't have Disney Plus, but I think they had a T'Challa sighting in Marvel Zombies. But guess what? He didn't speak. He wasn't allowed to speak, guys. Come on, man. Can the disrespect get any more blatant? Instead, they had Spider-Man to be a narrator for what T'Challa was supposed to be saying and doing. Look at, you think Chadwick Boseman somehow knew they're gonna fuck this up? I know they're gonna fuck this up. I think he knew that, man, because that's what has happened, right? All you people who were just yes and no bossing, talking about you gotta trust Marvel. Marvel knows what they're doing. We're gonna get that. What about T'Challa Jr.? All that BS they were talking about. There's no honoring going on here. All right. But anyway, going on with this, it says here a recent report from Forbes explored the lead up to Axis' final collapse, noting that the studio struggled with the 1-2 punch of the pandemic, followed by the Hollywood strikes, along with the impact of inflation on its profits. That's not to say there weren't other struggles inside of Axis, such as its workflow of only developing a small number of projects as once, which often created cash flow pressures as they awaited large completion payments, as they also sometimes saw significant gaps arise between commissions. All right, so anyway, all of this has led to, I guess, the fact that it's unlikely that Eyes of Wakanda is going to get a second season. But it says here why Eyes of Wakanda season 2 was unlikely to happen anyway. It says here showrunner Todd Harris told SFX magazine there are always more stories to be told, and the team definitely have more in the tank, leaving the door open to Eyes of Wakanda season 2, right? Like the door is open to season 2 of Ironheart. You keep holding your breath for that one, guys. As Axis Media was only an outside contractor hired to create the series, albeit gorgeous animation, Marvel Studios could still push forward with Eyes of Wakanda season 2 if it saw fit, if you play your cards right, pulling in another studio in its place. Somehow, guys, I doubt it. However, as Eyes of Wakanda failed to make much of a splash, and Marvel Studios is currently tightening up its Disney Plus output, reducing the number of shows in development, it wouldn't be surprised if the story ended there. And why? Why, guys? Why wouldn't Eyes of Wakanda make much of a splash? Because it's like I talked about in my other videos. Timing. Timing is everything. And the time for a continuance of the Black Panther saga, so to speak, would have been directly after the first movie. Now, look, guys, no one felt worse than I did about the passing of Chadwick Boseman. However, it happened, and it took forever to get Black Panther on the screen in live action. All right, and I know that it would have been an honor to Chadwick Boseman to be the first to play what would have gone on to become an iconic character. But they chose to kill the character, and I think as time goes by, no matter what some of you say, sometimes absence is just absence, okay? You can paint it however you want to. You can try to explain it away and spin it however you want to spin it. But the fact of the matter is that that would have been or could have been iconic character just isn't there anymore. And the demand for that character is not there anymore. They completely screwed it up, guys. So I just wanted to point it out to you, just how the failure is complete for Ryan Coogler, for Nate Moore, and Kevin Feige regarding the continuance of this iconic character that Stan Lee and Jack Kirby created because they knew that there was a void missing as far as so-called black superheroes were concerned. This is why they came up with Black Panther. And as soon as you got him, you let him go at a time that was most critical. And now we have another strike. Now we have another failure. And as far as Black Panther 3 is concerned, dude, the buzz is just not there, no matter what you might say. The time has passed. And it doesn't bring me any joy to say that, but I just want people to realize that for all the talk that these major studios do about, all the virtue signaling and how we're doing this for black people and all of that, if we don't voice our concerns and our expectations and our standards, no standards will be had, no urgency will be felt to continue these characters or to produce more of them. So there it is, guys. I just wanted to point out to you what's going on with Eyes of Wakanda and by extension, the whole Black Panther franchise. Guys, you can get in the comment section. Oh, look, I'm all fuzzy. I tell you, I got to get a new microphone. I got to get a new camera. I got to get new everything. But anyway, until then, you guys can get in the comment section. Let me know how you feel about this. As always, you can like, you can share, you can subscribe, guys. I will catch you on the next one. Thank you for putting up with me. This is the gospel according to Mark with a C. On.